Hello everyone. We are reading the book Spiritual Growth Being Your Higher Self by Sanaya Roman. Section 1 Reaching Upward. Lesson 4 Linking with the Higher Will. The higher will is an aspect of God, all that is. It is a moving current of energy that carries everything in the direction of higher evolution. It is a gentle stream of love and spiritual energies that leads everyone in all kingdoms, minerals, plant, animal, and human kingdom to growth, aliveness, and a higher order of being. There is a divine plan to the universe. This plan does not exist in the form of guidelines about the specific forms and actions that are to be taken to carry it out. It exists as a spiritual energies. The higher will is stepping up the frequencies of these energies with a great precision to move your physical world and all consciousness in it towards their higher evolution. You have complete free will to react in any way you want to these energies. If you want to use them to grow spiritually, they will greatly assist you. If you want to connect with this current of evolution, simply be willing to have your life take on a higher order. Be open to allowing and accepting good things into your life. Believe you deserve to have the best life you can imagine. As you align with the higher will, your life will become more harmonious and satisfying. The higher will is the will to do good and to serve and assist others. You can strengthen your alignment with the higher will by asking, how does creating this contribute to the higher good of myself and other? The more you broaden your thinking to encompass the serving others, the more you attune to the higher will. As you serve others, you gain rewards and a richness of spirit that go beyond anything you could imagine. That is what the higher will is all about, creating the highest good for everyone. For that will be for your own greatest good as well. There is a higher purpose to your life, a special contribution you came to make. A part of your reason for coming to Earth is to evolve yourself as well as to serve humanity in some way. We will call the process of evolving yourself your life purpose and the service you came to offer humanity your life's work. They are intertwined because as you serve others, you will naturally evolve yourself. As you evolve and radiate more light, you automatically serve others. Everything you do to evolve yourself and carry out your life's work is an act of aligning with the higher will and your higher self. You have a special role to play, something that you are uniquely fitted for. Your life's work will take on various forms at different times. The form may change from month to month and year to year. So keep in touch with your purpose and vision as it expands and grows. You can discover your life's work through examining the skill you love to use, the things you love to do, and the areas you are naturally drawn to. Whatever you love to do will also serve others in some way. For it is the nature of the universe that when you use your highest skills, you automatically contribute to others. Your dreams about your ideal life are showing you your potential and the higher path. Don't discard your dreams and fantasies as merely wishful thinking. Honor them as messages from the deepest part of your being about your life's work and what you came here to do. You knew that during your lifetime there would be a new frequencies and energies established upon the earth plane that would carry the greatest love, order, harmony than in the past. You knew that a new wave of energy and the light would be present during your lifetime. You came to aid in bringing those new energies into every level of society, and you are drawn to a particular area of work where you can best establish these new energies. You can know the higher will by listening within. Alignment with the higher will guide you to take the actions that will produce the result you want. After you have done your energy work and before you take physical action, stop for a moment and imagine you are joining the higher current. You might imagine a higher stream of energy that leads to your goal and picture yourself joining it. Imagine that you are being joined by the higher will and that it is assisting you in creating whatever is for your highest good in the best and fastest way possible. Your higher self is linked with the higher will and is always sending you guidance about how you can flow more with the universe and the ride the higher current. As you take time to listen within, you will become more aware of guidance your higher self is sending you in the form of thoughts and feelings. You can use this guidance to create many positive results in your life. Take action only when your feeling is invited, inviting, open, and positive. Then the action you take will be aligned with the higher will. You will need less efforts to get positive results. For instance, after you have done your energy work to create result, you may have an urge to call someone. Before you call this person, stop for a moment, get quiet, and imagine yourself calling. If calling feels warm, good, and inviting, then call. If you feel resistance, if your energy drops, or you have any other negative feeling when you think of doing something, wait. A woman who was in cells called, called people only after she took a moment to get quiet and wait for the feeling that it was a good time to call. Through a process of trial and error, she became good at recognizing which feelings she had when it was a good time to call and which she had when it wasn't. When it was appropriate to call, she usually had a welcoming, inviting sense as she thought of the person she wanted to call. When she didn't have the feeling but called anyway, the people turned out to be busy, in bad moods, or not available, or close to her ideas. When she waited until the energy felt good to call, she usually had a good, productive conversation. To align with the higher will, develop an awareness of your energy, of the people around you, and of how you feel from moment to moment. Only take action when there is a definite positive feeling to do so. Your, your feelings and awareness will tell you if you are in the higher flow. If you are aware that your energy is closing down or that you aren't feeling high, you will know that you have lost the connection to higher flow. Whenever your energy feels vibrant and alive, you are following the higher will. You can align with the higher will by listening to your inner messages. Your higher self is always guiding you to be aligned with the higher will. As you learn to tell the difference between the inner guidance you received from the higher self and the messages you receive from the your intellect, you will be able to create what you want more rapidly and joyfully. Messages from your higher self are loving and gentle. One way you can tell the difference between the messages from your higher self and the messages from your intellect is to note if there is any fearful thought behind the message. Messages from your intellect are often based on the thoughts of scarcity, guilt, or a need to protect yourself from something, some imagined threat. If you are asking for guidance and want answers, do not pay attention to answers you received that are based on fear, for they are not from your higher self. The messages from your higher self will allow you to feel peaceful and balanced. Higher self guidance is often subtle and quiet and is frequently the message that follows the first one you hear. Your intellect may quickly jump in with answers. So, when you are reflecting on what action to take, the first or loudest answer you received may not come from your higher self. To receive the messages from your higher self, get silent and wait until you sense an answer that is reassuring and loving. For instance, after you have worked with the energy of what you want to create, you may wonder what physical action to take to get the result you seek. Your intellect may jump in and tell you why you need to take certain action to protect yourself and or tell you to it is isn't possible to have what you want. You know that any fear based messages is not from your higher self. So you keep listening. As you continue to listen, you will hear your higher self's message, which may be telling you that everything is all right, not to worry, and not to take any immediate action. The quiet voice of your higher self is always encouraging and positive. Your higher self guides you to the higher flow through your heart. If you have a choice to make, choose what you are drawn to and would love to do. Take the action your heart is leading you to. Do not force yourself to do things. If you catch yourself saying, I should or have to do this, doing it is not for your highest good or align with your higher will. Your higher self is always sending you suggestions and ideas to keep you flowing in the higher current and linked with the higher will. These suggestions are very gentle. You are rarely asked to make radical changes without many suggestions of simpler changes first. Sometimes insights about changes you need to make may be quite surprising. However, your higher self will show you how to create these changes using your current skills, resources, and capabilities. Take time to relax and become aware of your inner messages. Do you give yourself a good balance between times when you are quiet and able to think and times when you are busy and active? If you are active all the day long, continually pouring out energy, do you also allow yourself breathing spaces? If you don't feel that these two states are in balance, What one thing could you do today or tomorrow to bring them into balance? Take time to be quiet and listen to your thoughts and feelings is just as important as all your busyness. You can gently increase the joy and ease of your life by taking time to think about things in a calm, peaceful state before you take action. Sometimes one simple idea can save you months of hard work or prevent a major problem. Never feel guilt for taking time to think. As you take the time, you need to think things through your life will become more peaceful and will work in better ways. You are co-creator with the higher will. You are here to work with the higher will. You are the one who carries out your work and makes a difference in the world. Aligning with the higher will doesn't mean becoming less of an individual. Your individuality, strength, perceptions, and uniqueness assist you in effectively carrying out the higher will and purpose of your life. Don't wait for the fate to decide what will happen to you. Alignment with the higher will requires you to set goals, decide on the result you want, and take action. You have a highly developed will for a reason. The more you have learned to use your will wisely, the more able you are to create your higher path and effectively carry out actions that are indicated. How do you know if you are exerting too much or too little force? How do you know if you are exerting your own will against the higher will? If you are trying to create something and you must struggle, push, and work hard to force the things to happen with the little result, you are not following the higher will. A few obstacles may come up to provide you with the opportunity to become stronger and more definite about your goals. However, if you continue to find too many closed doors, if you feel exhausted or drained by your efforts, or feel you are doing something only because you have no other choice, stop. Look for something else you have been wanting to do. When you are flowing with the higher will, there is a balance between feeling carried by the current and the feeling that you are using your own will to create results. When do you let go, surrender, and let the things happen? And when you do use your will and become an active force, it is always appropriate to do energy work and then take whatever action appeal to you. If you want a particular result, do everything that your inner messages are indicating. Then surrender and let the best happen. If after you have done your energy work, there appears to be no clear action or a strong feeling to do anything, it is usually better to wait, surrender, and trust that what happens, even if it doesn't meet your expectation, is a perfect in some way for you and your growth. When you are linked with the higher will and are in the higher flow, you will feel good at physical level. Your body will feel relaxed and comfortable and have plenty of energy. If you discover that you aren't feeling this way, stop for a moment, breathe deeply, and ask for a message about how you could be more in the flow. Listen to the quiet message from your higher self, for there is usually an easier way to do things.
Things happen easily when you flow with the higher will. You are meant to live a joyful life. You are here to create your dreams. You can create a heaven on the earth for yourself. You deserve to have the best life you can imagine. Do what you love and follow your heart in every area of your life. For as you do, you are aligning with the higher will. Thank you.